Colleen Bryant, and today I'm going to show you how to make your own family seder collage. This is a great project to do together with your child, and each one of you can contribute different things to the collage. So let's get started. I have all my colorful construction paper, and I have my scissors and my glue and a big piece of white paper that we're going to glue on top of. So gather your materials and then we can start. So there's two shapes that I need you to cut out first. I need you to cut out a medium-sized rectangle in any color. And then this shape is going to be our table. So let me show you. It's sort of like a rectangle, except the lines curve in a little bit. So let me show you how I cut that so that you can do it too. I take my piece of paper and I cut a curve, a diagonal line in and another diagonal line. Like I'm kind of going to make a very tall, skinny triangle. But then instead of keeping on cutting until I get to the point, I'm gonna cut straight across like this. And if you cut it like this and it's too wide, because we're trying to make it look like a table going back, you can always trim it down a little bit until you get it how you like it. So I like it like that because it looks like a table that's getting skinnier as it goes back into space. So go ahead and cut these two shapes out now in any colors that you like. It doesn't have to be the same as mine. And then we can continue. Two shapes cut out? Great. Now let me show you how to glue these. You can use glue stick or Elmer's school glue, the squeeze bottle, whatever you have, or even tape will work. So for the medium-sized rectangle, you're going to put it here on the back wall. And then this is the back wall, and let me show you what we're going to do. I like to use a ruler, and we're going to draw one line that way and one line this way. So this is our back wall, these are our side walls, and this is our floor. So now we've created a room. Go ahead and color your side walls any color you want with crayon. Imagine that you are getting to design the room, or maybe you want to make it look like your dining room where you'll have your seder, or your grandparents' dining room, wherever you have the seder. You can do that too. So go ahead and color your two side walls now. Okay, I just finished coloring my side walls, and if you're still coloring, you can press pause until you're done. So now I'm ready to glue my table into the picture. So you're going to put glue on the back of your table, and you're going to stick it this. Okay, now we're ready to start adding our people around the table and all the different things that are on the table for seder. So what's one thing that goes on the table at seder? Can you think of what kind of special symbol plate do we have? The seder plate. So let's go ahead and cut out a circle. Now let me show you a little trick, because circles, perfect circles, can be hard to cut. So one thing you can do is you can cut out a square. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can fold it in half, and then you can cut a half circle like this. And when you open it up, it will be a nice size oval or circle. If it's too big or if it's too oval, you can try again. Okay, I like that shape. And that's going to be our seder plate. So I can go ahead and glue it down. Now, on our seder plate, we have 6 circles. So let's go ahead and draw 6 circles on our seder plate. Now let's think about what goes on the seder plate, and we can draw this with markers or crayons or whatever you have. The first one I always think of is the egg. So I'm going to color white on my paper. To outline it so I can see it a little bit better. That's the egg. Okay, next we have the shank bone. So I'm going to draw a brown bone here. Next we have the green vegetables. So we have the parsley, so a little green vegetable, and the lettuce. I'm going to use a different green. Well, that one doesn't show up so well. Let me try this one. This is the lettuce. And you can outline it if it's not showing up so well, like that. There we go. So I have my bone, my egg, my lettuce, my parsley. Okay, do you remember what the other 2 are? So we have charosis, which is the apple and the nuts, sometimes nuts and apples mixed together. So that's kind of a reddish purple, maybe a little brown. There we go. That's my charosis. And the last one is going to be the horseradish, the bitter herbs. And sometimes what people will do, a horseradish kind of looks like a little carrot. So we can just do a little orange triangle for that. Okay, so there I have my seder plate. Now I'm ready to start creating the people who are sitting at my table. So what I want you to do is think about who is at your seder in your family, and we are going to draw them sitting in chairs. So the first thing you might want to do is to cut out a chair. So I can start making simple chairs by just cutting out an L shape. And next I'll make my people in my family sitting in the chairs. Okay, so I got some white paper that I can draw my people on. And you can also put a chair here at the top, at the head of the table if you want. And since that's not to the side, I'm probably just gonna do a little rectangle. Okay, so first I'm going to draw me sitting at the head of the table because I like to lead our Passover seder. So I'm just gonna do, and the good thing about white paper is you can see through it a little bit so you can see the size. So I'm just gonna do a simple circle head with a little neck. And I'm just going to do a simple body like this. Then I'll draw my face, however you draw faces, because all artists draw people differently. That's me. Now I'll do my hair. Okay, that's me. Okay, so now I'm going to cut me out. I'll color after I glue. And that's going to be me sitting at the head of the table. That's my chair, and that's me. I'm going to make me a little lower, like this. So think about who will sit at the head of your table and be the leader of your seder. Okay. And I'll color me in a bit. Now let me show you how to do a family member sitting in a side chair. Oh, and just remember that the chairs on the other side will look like backwards L's, so like this. And if you're a little bit older, you might understand perspective a little better. The chairs in the front are going to be larger than the chairs towards the back because things get smaller. They look like they get smaller, I mean, when they go back in space. So if you're a little bit older, you can do perspective if you know how to do that by just making the chairs here a little smaller than these chairs. Okay, so now let me show you how to do a side person sitting in one of the side chairs at your seder. So to do a side person, we are going to do the side of their face. So it's more of an oval shape with a little nose sticking out. And we would only see the lips, the mouth would go to the side, and the eye, okay, like this. The ear would be here. Boy, because I have two boys. So this is going to be my son, Miles, and he's gonna have a kippah on because we wear a kippah or a yarmulke at seder. Okay. At the table, and we also want to see him, his legs going down, so maybe like this. Okay, and I'll have his hand on the table. Okay. That will be my side person. And now let me cut him out. Okay, now I've drawn one of my sons. I drew the dad here, and I'm going to draw one more son. I just wanted to show you how to draw a person facing this way on the table. So you're going to draw an oval, add a nose on the side, and you can erase and fix it so it just has a little bump there for the nose. And for the eye, you're going to draw like a Pac-Man facing that way with a circle on the end. That's how I draw my people to the side. And then just a little smile. And then you can add an ear back here, the hair, that's the yarmulke. Okay, so now I'm drawing my little son, Cole. So he's gonna have his hand on the table. And he's going to be sitting like this. That part, you probably won't see the bottom part, and I'll show you. And cut it out. Okay, and you can draw your family however you like, and this can be a part that your mom or dad helps you with if you want. It could be really a family project to draw everybody in your family. Okay, so once you have them drawn, we're going to sit them in their little chairs and scooch them up to the table, and that's how we're going to glue them so that they're sitting at the table. And you can see that I colored myself in, and in a moment I'm going to color in the dad and the boys. Oops, I put glue on the wrong side. Here we go. Okay, put it on that side. And collage is fun because you get to like try different things, and if something doesn't work, you just cut a different piece of paper and try it there. And if you don't like it, you just check it out before you glue it. So you don't have to, you can keep changing things out until you're happy with it. There's the dad. I'm just kind of scooting them under the paper a little bit. If you didn't glue it down all the way like I didn't, that helps. But if you glued it down a lot, you can just cut off the part. Like if the legs are like this, you could just cut off the part so it looks like they're sitting at the table. So I'm going to put Cole in here. And scooch him up. See, I can't quite get it in there, so what I'm gonna end up doing is just trimming his leg so it looks like it's under the table. I wanted to do a little more. And then I'll glue him like that. And don't get too worried about hands. Hands are hard to draw, so just keep it simple and just do like a little circle for the hands. Like their hands in a ball at the table. That's fine. Our table is going to be so busy at the end that no one's looking at hands, trust me. All right, so at this point, you're gonna press pause while you glue and color all the people at your table. See that I colored in my people, I even colored in the floor. So now I'm ready to put some more things on the table. So, what's something that we're missing on this table? Something that we eat at Passover. Did you say matzah? Okay, we're gonna make the matzah plate now. So I took a little piece of paper. You could do white or any color. I'm cutting my circle again by folding it. And this is gonna be my matzah plate. So I'm gonna glue that down. And now I'm going to make my little pieces of matzah. So I'm gonna cut some yellow squares. And we need a plate with 3 matzah on it, 3 pieces of matzah. So I'm gonna cut 1, 2, 3 squares. And now to make this look like matzah, I'm going to take a pencil or a brown colored pencil, and I'm going to do little dashed lines across it so that it looks like pieces of matzah. So there's 1. On my plate, so there's 1, 2. There we go. Okay, so that's my matzah. All right, think about what else you might have on your table at Passover. So in Passover at Seder, we have 4 cups of wine. So I'm going to draw 4 little cups of wine. And then I'm going to color some wine or grape juice inside with a purple color. Let me outline them. And glue them on. Okay, so you can see that I added my 4 cups of wine, and then you can add anything else that makes it really your own family seder special. So you can see I added a little plate of potato pancakes, and at the top, if you have space, you can add a little something that says something like our Passover Seder 2021, any finishing touches that you like. I hope you and your family have fun making this